know what DK stands for?
Donkey Kong?
Drift King.
Drift.
Boom.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is me, Tyler speaking, and we have a great video for you today. We as in me, and me as in your best friend, your favorite person in the world, and sometimes a lover. But with that said, I have a great video for you guys today, and as you know, Season 2 of Call of Duty has been released, and we've been given some goodies already. But within the Season 2 trailer, there are a lot of Easter eggs and things that need to be discussed to get you excited about this upcoming season. Let's just jump right into it and have a good time. Don't get too excited. Beginning first, I'm going to pause the video, and as you can see, there is a man on the ground and a certain man rappelling down. Well, get ready to spread the Christmas joy, because this is a Christmas game mode, and that is actually Santa Claus rappelling down. You know, every Christmas, when you're passed out on the floor, so excited for Santa Claus to come, I won't ask why you're on the ground, but you're on the ground, and it kind of worries me sometimes, and I guess sometime down the road we can have that discussion, but it's not going to be today, because I know you have a lot of things buried down deep inside of you, and you have a lot of dark thoughts, but you're on the ground, and Santa Claus is there to give you gifts. That is the only good thing to come out of this first second of the video. But not only that, it shows a great scene that reminds me of every Christmas season when, you know, your father has to kick you over and make sure you're still alive. Because like I said, dark thoughts. And as the camera pans up, we see a guy with a skull face, and he's spooky. You wanna know why he's spooky? It's because he has dark thoughts. Just like you. But that's okay. As the scene goes on, we see a guy with the skull mask come out of the back of an SUV. And the reason why he's shooting out of that SUV is because it is Black Friday, and there's a lot of good sales. And the war is on discounts, and he just wants to get the best price available. Who can blame him? One of my favorite parts of this video is when you see an explosion and a car drifting around a corner. And this again reminds me of one of my favorite holidays, 4th of July or Hanukkah. Whenever they set off fireworks and you have to get home and you're rushing because there's so many good things going on at home, except for those dark thoughts. This scene really gets my attention right here. It appears to be a tattooed man that didn't have impulse control, tattooed the upper half of his face, ran out of money, couldn't tattoo the second half. Also, because if he tattooed the second half, it'd be pretty racist, and I think that's more of a political issue than anything. Like, I think modern day, we really can't handle that. And I think he was just trying to get the best of both worlds, which I disagree with. I'm not racist, but this guy half is. He is half racist. Anyway, as you can see, he's shooting a gun, and there's a hairy guy driving a quad. That is all I can tell you. I know that they say this is Operation Rust, Day 37, location classified, even though they just gave us the location. Rust? Everyone knows where Rust is. It's in New Hampshire. Now, with that said, this is not the classic Modern Warfare 2 map, Rust. This is more or less the classic Call of Duty map that all of you know from the best Call of Duty game ever made, and that is Call of Duty Ghost. Now, in Call of Duty Ghost, I don't know if you remember a map called Stonehaven. Well, Stonehaven was a castle map set in Scotland. I believe it is Scotland. Let's just say it's Scotland, and don't question me if it's Scotland or not, because if so, I will come over to your house and I will have a discussion with your mother on your grades, because I know you're failing school. But with that said, Stonehaven has progressed a lot in the last 5 years. I think it's been more than 5 years, but like I said, do not question me. I have reasons to bring you down. Now, it may look a little different than just rocks and water and grass. Well, that's because the industrialization era has occurred. Now, the industrialization era has occurred in the U.S. in maybe the late 1890s to the early 1900s. And when that happens, a lot of factories go in place, and I guess economic efficiency is just through the roof, and money is at an all-time high, and eventually it leads to something we know as the Great Depression, which is what you feel when you look in the mirror every single morning when you're brushing your teeth, wondering when will this end. This is a great moment, not only for Call of Duty history, but also for your history. It's over. Please ignore that last statement. Now, if you can tell, this is a ladder, and ladders are usually bought at construction stores. I don't think I meant construction stores. I think I meant a hardware store. Yes. So at the hardware store, you buy a ladder. Now, what do we use ladders for? Ladders usually, it goes towards painting, it goes towards getting a cat out of a tree, but more importantly, it goes after changing light bulbs. And I think that's what they're trying to hint at right here, is that we all have that one light bulb we need to change, and it's just telling us that we can't afford that ladder. Because I know ladders aren't cheap nowadays, but if we save our money, we put our minds to it, we can change that light bulb from a old twisty light bulb to a new LED light bulb. Get efficient, go green. Now I hope you remember your one trip when you were a kid to Verdascasterovia. It is a place where Atlas Superstore, I don't know why it's called Atlas Superstore, even though it's in Russia or Kastovia, wherever that is, but there's a reason why they're doing this. Now, we all need to get a little cultural every now and then, and what is the best way than going to a superstore in a different city? Now, superstores range from many stores like Walmart to even Toys R Us. The toy superstore of the world. The only toy superstore that matters.
Come back! Come back! I'll never let go.
Now, quite honestly, I don't know much about Atlas Superstore, but if I had to take a guess, it would probably be... You could get great deals from this place. Probably some microtransactions are inside. And also some great cheap clothing wear. That's what we all love here in America, is cheap clothing wear. But again, this is Kastovia, or Russia, or Vandad. So I don't know where this location is. I have to Google it. I know I told you that I'm never wrong before, and I'm still not wrong.
Boom.